Nothing at all. That's what's going to happen.
Well,
Fucking.
no, I mean, they'll never find the body, and I mean, that's why infant murder and rape is not really necessarily a bad thing if you look at it in a certain context.
Good day, YouTube, and welcome to the Albino Rhino Beer Review Beer Dweebs United, where Lee tries to say the most obscure and offensive thing he can at the very beginning of every episode.
Only offend people like you who actually give a fuck!
Alrighty, so first and foremost, what's everybody drinking? And we will start with Average Troll Murica.
Actually, this is one of the few times I'm drinking something that's awesome on the show from Grim Artisanal Ales. Their After Image Double IPA. This is one of the best double IPAs I've ever had in my life. It's absolutely phenomenal. Grim does awesome stuff, but this is world class, not most excellent.
Nicholas, you're next.
Well, technically I'm drinking Canadian, but I'm pulling in York tonight and just drinking water.
You got a ball cap on. Fuck, man.
Yeah, label out.
You gonna play golf next? What the fuck's going on?
I'm gonna hide that then.
Answer the question, Nick!
Just because I own golf clubs doesn't mean I go golfing very often.
Okay.
Lee, what are you drinking tonight?
Garrison Irish Red in the big bottle. Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to start with a bottle that I picked up at the LCBO tonight because it was $3.25, and I laughed when I saw it. And it's Wells Banana Bread beer, but look, they put it in a yellow cozy now.
What?
It feels like a banana.
Oh my god.
So this is what they're doing to protect the bottle because it's clear and they don't want it to go skunky. So, I mean, you could waste the money on the banana cozy, or you could just put it in a fucking brown bottle. I mean, you could just...
Well, you know, I gotta applaud them. That's quite the inventive gimmick.
It actually is a nice little... it's a nice little marketing gimmick, I'll give them that.
I'm not really a big fan of that beer, but man, I want one of those.
Well, next time I go to the LCBO, if they're selling it still, I'll buy you one.
Awesome.
Because the beer isn't horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible, and I'll get you a cozy that way.
Don't tell Terry K that. He'll flip out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He'll totally flip out.
I'm okay with that. I like Terry K flip-outs.
I do enjoy him.
Terry K flip-outs are actually good rant and raves.
Yeah. There, the actual 14 minutes aren't wasted on dead air and bullshit.
Rant and raves with K. Terry.
And he don't give a fuck either.
He don't give a fuck.
Terry don't give a fuck, you're right.
Sit down, Canadians!
I found the comment. I forget. Let me see if I can find it here.
Anyway, we're going to start with our usual stuff. I'm going to turn off my camera while I read these stories because, like you guys know, my face has to get really, really close to the computer to read it, and I don't think you need to see this. Nobody needs to see this. Fuck. The fact that my wife has to see this every day is pretty bad. She wakes up and I'm just staring at her. I'm like, hey.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well, I have to see where she is, right? Alrighty, so first and foremost, Pump House releases Muddy River Stout and Best Friend Marzen as their seasonal releases.
Okay, I've had the Muddy River Stout before, and that's not terrible. It's watery and kind of bland.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nick has sent me a Muddy River Stout once.
I think I might have. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but I think you did.
I think I've had their Marzen before, too, like a couple years ago.
I'm not sure why they're releasing a Marzen as a spring release.
Well, yeah, that's kind of weird. It's usually beers that are released as Marzens usually go into the fucking caves to be lagered around spring and actually come out in fall, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know, we're the North American beer market, right? We do whatever we want.
Yeah, I mean, we've got fucking winter Weisses and shit like that. Like, what kind of fucking horse shit is that? Oh, a winter wheat beer. Fuck you in the ass.
Next is Pacific Western Brewing is using 100% BC ingredients in their new Caribou Spring Lager, which is, you know, something that a lot of breweries are starting to do. I love that they had to make it a big thing. I don't know how many breweries in BC actually use all BC ingredients. Obviously, probably not that many if this has become a news story.
It's pot and boiled up Asian parts.
Okay, here's one. Central City is releasing Red Racer Radler and Hopping Mad Cider Radler. I'd actually try both of those. I'd actually be intrigued on them.
What's the Red Racer one?
Well, the Red Racer one has the usual Red Racer girl, but now she is almost wearing nothing. She has like a sports bra and little shorts and nothing on her legs.
Nice. Take that,
Yeah.
feminists.
Wow.
So Red Racer Radler is 3.5% ABV, and the Hopping Mad Cider Radler is 4.2% ABV. What's it say here?
The tagline should be low alcohol and even less clothes.
So the Red Racer Radler is ruby red grapefruit juice and lemon juice, which could be good. And the other one is an off-dry premium apple cider mixed with grapefruit juice, which could also be good.
Could be all right.
Yeah, I'm actually intrigued for both of them. And apparently, Hopping Mad Cider Radler will be available at the LCBO. Awesome, starting in April. So I'm going to look for that one.
I think the tagline for those should be, drink this beer exactly at the 3-month mark. Exactly at the 3-month mark.
I hear that's the best time to drink a Red Racer product.
Yep. Any fresher than that, it's not good.
It's insane
3-month
at that point. Actually, you should be like me and should try it like at the 6 or 7 month mark, which is currently where all the cans of fucking Red Racer IPA are on my shelf at the SLC. You fucking bastard!
We should totally send that to someone in a beer mail.
Another great beer is coming out that I would love to try. This one from Big Rock. Big Rock Barrel Aged Edition series continues with Bourbon Barrel Aged Porter. And I don't know, I just think that it's intriguing that they went from making just random crap to trying to do better.
But at the same time, it's a Bourbon Barrel Aged Porter instead of
10.4% ABV.
Whoa.
Single trip Kentucky bourbon barrels made of oak have been used to cultivate this homegrown porter.
Wouldn't that be more of an
6
imperial?
months.
Imperial porter?
Yep.
Where the fuck is Brad when you need him? He needs to be getting these freebies sent to him and let us know what's going on.
Like an entire case of it.
Uh-huh.
It shows up on his front door.
What else do we have? Big Rock and Lake of the Woods release a collaborative beer, the Stranger Sarsaparilla.
Ooh, that's actually... that sounds interesting.
So there's going to be like a hard root beer kind of thing, like Dad's, not your dad's root beer or whatever the fuck.
See,
so this says Beer Import and Promotion Agency, Craft Brands Company, has announced that it will be launching a limited edition collaborative beer from 2 of its partner breweries next week. Brewed earlier this year when Connor K. Patrick of Big Rock Brewery paid a visit to Lake of the Woods in Kenora, the Stranger is a 9% ABV Imperial Sarsaparilla.
that sounds
With
pretty
sarsaparilla root, wintergreen, and vanilla.
Oh my god.
Fuck, I want this too.
Yeah, that's actually... Because the thing is, like, the Not Your Father's root beer started out as, like, they say it's a beer, and it technically is. And then all these other ones made hard root beer, which I don't think they're actually beers. They're more like just, alcoholic soda pops, right? That's what they are.
Malt liquor drinks or whatever. Malt beverages, whatever.
So this actually sounds like a beer, which a couple times I've had different sarsaparilla beers at Detroit Fall Beer Festival, and they're definitely usually from Dark Horse, our favorite brewery, but they usually resemble an actual beer with like sarsaparilla. It's kind of interesting, so that sounds like it might be a good time.
Now, Dead Frog is also putting out a new beer that will be in BC and Alberta in 650 milliliter bottles. A 8% alcohol Utter Domination Imperial Milk Stout.
Utter Dom. I see what they did there.
Oh, so clever, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's all I see that they did there. Like, I don't... I'm sure it'll be shitty.
Muddy York Brewing in Toronto has announced that after a year of occasional pop-up and appointment-based retail sales, being that you could show up at their brewery and buy stuff, but only on appointment, its permanent bottle shop will be opening soon. Starting on Saturday, April 2nd, the Muddy York store at 22 Cranfield Road in East York will be opening at 11 a.m. each day from Tuesday to Saturday and staying open until 4 p.m. on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Saturdays and 7 p.m. on Thursdays and Fridays. See, that's so much better hours than fucking even the Junction did. We're going to open up twice a week for 3 hours a day.
Yeah, that's retarded.
A real-time listing of available beers will be posted on the Muddy York website. So I'm really going to have to go there and buy up some of these bottles because I hear their porter is an amazing porter, and they have their amber ale and their pale ale all the time, and then he usually does a few seasonals. So it would be cool to try them.
Don't follow the hype.
So sober, have you tried them?
Don't follow the hype. I don't even know.
No, I know. I just asked. I know you go to Toronto more often than I ever get there.
Well, listen, Joe. He's just dismissing them outright because he don't give a fuck.
Gotta give a fuck.
Sheet Harbor, Nova Scotia, has a new brewery, Sober Island Brewing, launching next month.
God damn.
A new craft brewery with humble beginnings but big ambitions is getting set to launch next month in the Eastern Shore region of Nova Scotia. Sober Island Brewing has been founded by Rebecca Atkinson, a young businesswoman who returned to her hometown of Sheet Harbor last spring after some time spent living in Wales. She set out to increase tourism to the area.
Yeah,
For the initial entry into the market, Sober Island is brewing on a 56-liter. Okay, so Sabco Brew Magic system. So they're doing a one keg system, basically even smaller than what Brimstone started off with. So they're a nano brewery then, producing small batch beers that will be available at local establishments this summer. You can't really if you're gonna open a brewery, guys, anyone watching right now, if you're gonna open a brewery, don't open with a fucking 56-liter fucking pilot system and try and say you're gonna be in establishments, because the establishments will not be able to keep your fucking product, and they're not gonna like that. 56 liters, so one place can buy one keg at a time, if that, or you have 112 bottles if you have absolutely no spillage, and that's just not gonna last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of weird putting a nano brewery in a place like Sheet Harbor as opposed to where you'll see a nano brewery open up in like Halifax, where immediately you'll have a couple neighborhoods surrounding you, kind of customer base that will be buying from you constantly, and you'll be making stuff constantly.
She says her goal is to have a standalone destination brewery within the next 3 to 5 years.
It's ambitious.
Well, at least she has a goal, though.
Yeah, she has a goal, but like most breweries that open up on a very small system will tell you, spend the money on the bigger system.
And brew a blonde or cream ale.
Mm-hmm.
Or an alt beer.
No, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy with this whole beer nonsense.
No, I hope for the best. I hope for the best with anyone opening up. I'm just saying, as a little bit of information and advice from everybody I've ever talked to, start at the very least on a 7-barrel system.
Mm. Greg's here, by the way. Ask him what he's drinking.
Greg, what are you drinking?
I don't give a fuck! I don't give a fuck!
Well, continuing the trend of beating up on genitals, I am having a nut smash.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought you were getting racist and you were going to say beating up on Gentiles, but that's awesome.
You can never tell with Greg. Greg, what is the Nut Smasher? What is that? What?
Joe, I'm glad you asked. The Nut Smasher is an imperial stout brewed with coffee, peanut butter, and chocolate. It is from Willoughby Brewing Company. I think they're from Ontario.
Oh, are they from Ontario? I think they're from Ontario.
Oh no, they're another one of Michigan's best breweries from Ohio.
Oh, you sure they're not from Pennsylvania?
No, they could be.
Indiana, Iowa, just like.
Just so you guys know, that Banana Cozy didn't do a very good job keeping this beer from skunking.
Well, the top is still exposed, isn't it? So it's like you still got light going down to the top of the thing.
On the flip side, it looked cool.
It did.
It looked great, though.
Last bit of news from the Canadian Beer News is this, and I thought Lee would like this. I actually like the entire story, and it goes into things we've talked about before. Bad Apple Brewhouse to do business as Mosaic Brewing due to a trademark dispute.
Okay.
So Bad Apple Brewhouse has announced that due to a trademark dispute from a similarly named brew on-premise operation in Ontario, it will now be doing business outside of Nova Scotia under the Mosaic Brewing name.
That's all right.
An explanation by owner Jeff Sanders: while Ontario's Bad Apple Brewing was launched 2 years after the Nova Scotia brewery, its owner trademarked the Bad Apple name and threatened Sanders with a lawsuit unless he paid a substantial fee to continue using it.
Yeah, and Jeff Sanders isn't going to be able to afford to fight that. And,
yeah. Sanders attempted to reach a more reasonable agreement with the Ontario company, but when that failed, he decided to use the Mosaic Brewing brand on any product sold outside of his home province, while continuing to use the Bad Apple brand in Nova Scotia, where his business registration allows him to do so.
That's fine. The Mosaic IPA that he does is really good, and if he wants to continue that with the rest of his branding outside of the province, that's fine, because the whole Mosaic thing's a good cause anyway. I mean, it's
it says the Mosaic name and logo comes from a charity beer that Bad Apple has been brewing since 2014 in support of Sanders' son and others who are afflicted with Mosaic Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So this is one of the things that we've talked about many a time, like with the Brock Street and Brock Brewing period. I do think for a lot of things that the trademark should. I don't even know how to word it right, because trademark is it's such a weird thing. But if a business is incorporated and registered 2 years ahead of another business shouldn't be able to just come in and say, you know what? No, we're going to take that name now. But at the same time, he didn't pay the $5,000 to trademark it.
Yeah, I mean, on a moral basis and on a just don't be a dick fucking basis, they're definitely in the wrong. But sadly, the system is set up to punish the the good guys more often than not in that situation. So, I mean, that's too bad. But at least he found a way around it, and a good way around it, because Mosaic, that's a great name. I like that for beer, and it's probably even going to make cooler labels for stuff outside the province at the very least, because the Mosaic label is a nice label.
The other thing I kind of take from this is that, if they're actually discussing the whole concept of selling a beer outside the province, that maybe Bad Apple will actually have some stuff up here in New Brunswick soon.
I wouldn't be surprised. They're definitely getting bigger and bigger. I mean, say what you will about Jeff Saunders. I mean, he's definitely not a guy who really sort of mixes with the established breweries and stuff in Nova Scotia to a certain degree. He's definitely, kind of a bull-headed kind of guy when it comes to some of that stuff. But he's slowly but surely working his way up, so good for him.
Was he the one that had those really misogynist comments? Greg will like him.
Yeah, he had the ones where everyone was going after him. He made some unfortunate comments on Twitter or whatever. But
I will say the one thing that I don't care for is I wish he would just rebrand. Period. I don't like to have the two separate brands. I know he wants it because he's already established in Nova Scotia, but it's fucking Nova Scotia. No offense or anything, but he could easily rebrand.
Oh yeah, he could do it. He could do it. I mean, what was it? It was Bridge Brewing in Halifax, which started as a nano brewery, and they're making exclusively Belgian-style beers. They rebranded to North Brewing, and they're as big as they ever were, if not bigger.
Yeah. And I think I like the Mosaic name. I mean, it's a little simpler. It's easier to remember. People, I think if you go the other way, you might confuse some people. It's simpler to just have one branding. And just not with it.
That's a fair point. I agree with that.
Yep. Yeah, I agree as well. I mean, I would think that just rebranding period would be easier.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this Bad Apple Brewing Company, and they are a U brew. So you go in, they make it, and then you come in and bottle it afterwards. So they have something like fresh pressed cider, 5-gallon pail or 19 liters, costs you $50 plus another $50 for them to ferment it. And then they have all their different bottle sizes. In the end, it's fucking cheaper to buy 19 liters of actual cider than to do their way, because each of their bottle choices are like 1 liter easy caps times 12, so that gives you 12 liters. You're not even at it yet, but that's another $30. Or 500 milliliter easy caps are $25. Different colored stuff. You can get a 15-gallon keg from them, which I don't know why you'd want that for a 5-gallon pail of cider, but that's $50 plus deposit. Or you can do a 15-gallon, 56-liter all-grain craft beer, $2.50 and up. So I can, for the most part, I can buy a keg of craft beer that's made by an actual reputable brewery for about the same, without paying them their fermentation fee or anything else.
Yeah.
Hello, JB.
Ah, there he is. What are you drinking tonight, sir? That's right.
Did
the
you do it?
examination was tonight, right?
No, I actually, I didn't get everything done until just now, but I did pop in about an hour ago while they were doing it and just said hi and said I would drink it tonight on BDU, and that I just was busy bathing kids and changing shit diapers. So
Come on, here's the real reason. You didn't give a fuck.
You get fucked.
Hey, look, this way we got some advertising for BDU then.
I did.
There you go.
Yeah, but no, I just popped in and said hi and didn't stay for longer than half a minute. Just said thanks for the invite, but can't do it right now, so just too early for me.
Thanks, but no thanks.
But no, I definitely would have stuck around and listened. I've never actually watched one of his examinations, so I would have been interested to see how in depth you can go with a beer like Sing Tao. It's my first time having it, so.
It'd have been an eye opener.
And it's actually not like it's just one of those beers where there's not much going on, but it's not offensive, so it's a good, what I would call a lawnmower beer, or
drink it and forget it.
Camping beer or something like that. It's not. I would actually rather drink it over Bud. For me, like something like Budweiser, I don't really like the taste of it. If I'm gonna have I'd call it a shitty beer. I'd rather have something that doesn't have much taste at all, which this would be in that.
I actually personally hate Tsingtao, but I don't seem to like rice beers. The rice malts and all that just leave a different taste.
I've been the same.
I don't like them.
We need to back this up. Did you just say you don't
I
like
haven't liked a lot,
Budweiser, Jamie?
and this is the first one that it doesn't make me. I do not.
How can like 200 million people be wrong? That's what I would like to know.
Yeah. One of the most popular styles in the world, sir.
I'm definitely. I will take the hit. I am definitely the wrong one in this equation. Science. I'm wrong for sure.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You are wrong.
Even while I was at
You mentioned
NASCAR.
that populum, sir.
Even when I was at the one NASCAR event whole life, I had Budweiser, and I still was like, I'd rather have a Tsingtao.
Well, guys, we have one viewer today. One viewer.
Don't let anyone tell you.
I will argue you can make fun of Budweiser and Bud Light all you want. They are far better than Molson Canadian and Coors Light.
Greg, that's a great story and all, but I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Matthew, how are you?
Trying to start a war here.
There's no way Budweiser's better than fucking Coors Light. You're out of your fucking mind.
Oh my God, we should examine all of them.
Less offensive.
We should do a blind taste test.
Oh my God, global blind taste test.
But we can't use Dixie. Those alter the taste.
It's true. No Dixie cups, Chad.
All
Did you
Dixie
know
cups.
nothing about Bud Ice or Bud Light, I guess. Not that you probably want to know anything about it.
First and foremost, Iron Maiden is releasing another new beer in September. This one is Troopers Red and Black Porter.
Really?
Yes.
Oh boy. Is it going to be like $43 for 500 ml?
It'll be 6.8% ABV, the strongest ABV any mass-produced Iron Maiden beer has been to date. Haven't they only
any
done
mass
two?
produced? Hang on, any mass produced? How many have they mass produced to this point?
I thought they just did the other one.
Oh, that was a selling point. This is the highest ABV beer we've ever done. You've done one to now. Like, what?
Can I break in?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had the original. Is it terrible or is it any good? I have no idea.
It's not bad. It's just way overpriced.
Has anyone had it?
Yeah. It's a standard British bitter is what it is. It's like it's no better or worse than like Boddington's or some shit like that, pretty much.
But I mean, I think even in Canada it was a lot like in the States it was like $5.99 for the bottle.
Yeah, it was too expensive.
That's
You're paying for the Iron Maiden name, right? So
And the shipping from across the sea, the ocean.
low
But,
math.
I mean, it wasn't worth the price. Is all it was. There was better English bitters, and yes, I already said hi to Matthew, but he was not wanting to talk to us.
Well,
Oh.
you know, technical difficulties, baby.
I want to drink the shitty Motorhead beers because there's a couple of those too.
Technical difficulties.
So what are you drinking, Matt?
I am drinking Breakside Brewing's just their base IPA.
Nice.
Pretty good. I never had it before. They're a West Coast only brewery, so.
Racist.
Nice.
What about you guys?
I'm still drinking my very skunked Wells banana bread beer.
Ew.
I'm getting my nuts smashed by one of Pennsylvania's best breweries.
Yeah, Willoughby.
I'm drinking
However-
Grim After Image.
I
How
don't
is
think
it?
you're here for it, Matt.
Like a top 5 all IPA of all time for me at this point because it's amazing. It's fucking just amazing.
That good? Or
Oh,
are you
it's
being
fucking-
sarcastic.
No, it's fucking unreal how good it is.
Yeah,
it's like
did you get it today?
Huh?
Did you get it today? Didn't it release today or something? Like that?
No, we got it like last week. It's
Oh, okay, I'm mixing up
the
weeks.
canning date is the 8th, so it's 2 weeks old. I
Drain
almost
pour.
poured it down the drain. Yeah, I was like, I had my glass up, like glass drain, glass. Well, we'll try it.
Oh, what beer is that?
Grim After Image.
Yeah, I heard of it. I mean, people keep telling me to fucking get it, so we'll see. But it's like even people that live like close to Grimm, okay, have a hard time getting it. You just had it at Premier Gourmet, or?
Yeah, we get all their stuff in Western Europe. We're like one of their better, I guess, whatever. We get all their releases. Like all their releases show up at all the bottle shops around here. So
Is it rapey or is it normal?
I don't know how to answer that. What is that in price or?
In general, like at 1 can per person, $5 a can.
Oh
what's
yeah,
it?
it's one can per person. It's usually like $4.30 a can or so.
That's cheap actually. In New York, they're like $5 to $8 a can or some shit.
Yeah, I have no problem. And like anytime a Grim thing comes on, if I can ask someone at Premiere to, hold me one, which is very rare because like they get usually a case, maybe a couple cases in, so it's like, all right, dude, we got like 24 cans. It's like, I don't ever ask for stuff like that, but like I walked in and they had this in their dry hop sour called Vacay, and they're just like, yeah, we saved these for you. I'm like, this is the fucking coolest thing ever. And now the fact that it's like one of the best double IPAs I've ever had makes it even better. So
What is it? Just the super juice or?
dude, it's candied fruit plus juiciness plus dankness plus a little bit of grassiness, but it's like candied fruit and juiciness. It's really weird how it transitions. It's like up front just like a candied like just fucking tropical fruit, but then it's juicy like orange juice. It's really hard to explain, but it's fucking amazing is what it is, and I'm really happy. And now it's all gone, but I'm a little bit sad.
Yeah, the Lambo Dora was straight up pineapple juice, like pineapple peach juice. Like to the point where you like I'm pretty sure you could just give it to me in the morning and I would have been like, hey, I'm having my juice in the morning,
If you go to their fucking website, they do the dumb shit. They're like, oh, it's gummy bear on fleek, and I'm like, don't ever do that again. But I can see gummy bear juice on fleek, they say. But yeah, it basically was just straight up juice for sure.
Nice.
And
No.
good day to Jay.
Now I'm super jelly.
Oh my god.
You're on fleek.
No, my god.
What's going on, Jay? What are you drinking tonight?
Hello. Hello, folks. Welcome from Louisiana.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know where you live. What are you drinking?
Lee, don't be rude. Come on.
Lee only knows how to be rude. That's all Lee knows.
I'm being matter of fact. That's not me.
He's just angry because he
I
lives.
saw best. Something best.
Angry
Well,
because he lives in a tool shed with a tarp on the roof.
Hey,
Okay.
listen, I don't give a fuck about my tool shit.
Okay.
Heard from his mom.
What are we drinking again? Sorry, I'm blind. I can't see when you just hold it
Mad at
up.
me because you live by a lake. Hey, I'm drinking. Trying to be polite over here. I'm drinking Milwaukee's Best Premium Beer. Thank you very much, from 1895. Although this can is from this year.
Now, how many Tsingtaos did you have before that?
Exactly one 12-ounce bottle. And that's the only beers I've had today. And that's the only ones I'm going to have. The Tsingtao and the Milwaukee's Best Premium. Well, I have all my good exotic Belgian beers in the fridge for beer reviews.
Yeah, I got a milk crate over there under the table full of beer review beers. I actually picked up 2 beer review beers today. Cheval Blanc, their double Blanc came into the LCBO.
Oh, really?
So I jumped on that. It was
They have a double white.
apparently, and it was $5 for a 650, so it wasn't all that bad
That's a
either.
good price.
And, well, I might do a beer review tomorrow at exactly 6 in the morning.
You can't do that. That makes you an alcoholic.
Well,
That's not even a record for you.
no, because I did 5 a.m. Saint at 5 a.m. But then Maria and myself are going to do some wine, so it's going to be so terrible. Those Belgian beers have been very exciting, and I was so thrilled with the Rank Saison de Dorniges. That thing was so exotic. I mean, I can't wait to post a video. So I was very pleased, and I was very disappointed with the Cuvée de Chateau. I only gave it an A-, sorry to say.
That's a disappointment.
The host cuvee.
That's Louisiana translated for 93 garbage, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Matt, you're onto something, and I like it.
I don't agree with that.
You guys. Do
You know,
not
in
agree with the
some ways,
93 or garbage part?
You know, when I'm paying the money I paid for it, and it's just an A-, I was a little irritated, and I felt bad because I think the man that does the video, the man that imports the beer, is a very nice guy. He seems to be. He included myself, you, Matt, Earl Harlock, Lee Russell.
Yeah, I sent him a message telling him not to put me in any more of his fucking videos.
Beer sampling with Dave. And a lot of
Did you seriously?
Yes, I did. I seriously sent him a fucking message saying, please don't put any more of my clips in your videos because you're putting me in. Because he's associating me with people I don't want to be associated with, including his fucking channel.
I understand that, but you're drinking his beers, don't you think? Can he send you a letter saying don't make videos about my fucking beers?
He could have fucking asked me first.
Did you ask him about reviewing his beers?
I'm confused.
I bought his fucking beers.
Yeah.
Well, or I had them, or I traded for them. I didn't just fucking ask him.
Your chops,
Wait, who are we talking about?
I sent him an email, and I was so thankful.
The American importer for a bunch of Belgian beers, the most biggest Student Rock, or the Castle Van Hazenberg made a video. You know what you're talking about, right, Joe?
I can't get over the fact that Jay called Lee Earl Harlock.
Huh.
Yeah. Considering I'm really a king and not an earl, it's really offensive.
That's a callback. This is so long ago.
I wouldn't say those kind of names.
Well, let me ask you this, Jay. What year was the Cuvée de Chateau you had?
It was from 2013.
See, I think that's the problem.
Castile Cuvée de Chateau. Why you say that?
Gotta be from 1913.
Well, no, because the Cuvée Chateau is them trying to artificially age beer. It was an experiment to where they take a beer and they have basically the story behind it is they drank a bunch of Old Donkers and it was awesome because Old Donkers the fucking shit. So they tried to recreate that old age taste in a new beer. So I don't think it ages well because it's supposed to be aged synthetically. You know what I mean? That's my theory about it. Anyway.
Yeah, and he was talking about how they were trying to. It was supposed to taste like a 10-year-old donker.
Yeah, but it's supposed to taste like a 10-year-old donker when you drink it fresh. When it's fucking 2 or 3 years old, not so much.
No, I wasn't too pleased with it. I mean, I still gave it an A-, and I didn't hate it, but I paid $4.99 for that beer. And
Pump the brakes.
Huh?
It said pump the brakes.
So I was kind of disappointed. Now, on the other hand, I turned right around later that day, and I did that Deronk Saison de Dogniges, however you say it. I say a lot of things wrong, apparently. But
Perfect.
and that thing was dynamite. I mean, dynamite. I gave it an A+. I just threw caution to the wind, and I gave it an A+, outstanding. Plus, plus, minus, minus, plus, minus.
Mm.
Plus, minus.
At least there was more pluses than minuses.
Oh yeah, it was just fantastic. So I'm so excited about this Deronk Gould. I won't even say it. It's a ale. That's it. And I was very happy with Johnny. I thought the video was great. I love that video.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's really amazing how he just took a bunch of people's clips and spliced them together with some music. I mean, amazing.
No,
Link this to me.
I mean, it was amazing. It was
No, the best part about it is, like, he took everybody's clips. Who gives a fuck? At first, I was like, wait, why is this guy using my clips? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm doing beer reviews with asking companies, so what do I fucking care? The problem I had was some kind of weird synth pop version of the Ghostbusters fucking song in the
That was
background.
weird, yeah.
It was like the Ghostbusters song, like.
I need to see this. Someone link me. This sounds like the greatest video of all
I'm gonna
time.
link to this video. I need to watch this.
Yeah, I'll send you a link right now.
Me too. I have no idea what we're talking
But
about.
I'll put it in the chat section.
I
It's fucking
don't,
bonkers.
It's got Lee. It's got Matt. It's got Beer Sample with Dave. It's got,
Oh, and he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck.
It's got Maria
You'll
Devon.
need some videos to flag here.
It's a great video. It's got the bullied and the bully. It's got who else?
It's got like 4 people I don't want to be associated with in a video.
Wait a minute.
There's only 4 other people probably clip-wise there. Oh, man.
I didn't swear at the guy or yell at the guy. I just respectfully asked him, please don't use my clips in any future videos.
Did he give a fuck? No response? Did he give a response? No.
So far, no response.
So he didn't give a fuck.
You give a fuck.
He responded to me.
Well, you were telling
probably,
him.
You probably got on your knees and sucked his nuts. That's why.
I was just being so effusive in my praise. I was just like, Johnny, thank you so much.
Yeah, I didn't quite suck his nuts in my message to him, so he probably didn't want to respond to it.
I'm a shield. The truth.
You said it, not me.
How did the examination go, Jay?
Awesome.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, it was just a great examination. And it was long. I was trying to go fast, but I mean, everybody just had so much to say about it, so.
Really? A lot of people had a lot to say about Sing Tao?
Now, the correct pronunciation, just for Matt, because I know Matt likes to hear this, but I think it's Qingdao.
Yeah, Qingdao. Yeah, Qingdao. Qingdao.
Not that I care at all.
Tell me, is that in the original Mandarin or what? What's going on
I
there?
have no idea.
Cantonese?
It's Qingdao, baby. That's all Dr. Joe knows, baby. If there's anything, I know how to say my F's and my TH's.
Some of them Chinese gangsters do some mafia kicks there, baby? What's going on?
There's a few mafia kicks, baby. Just a few.
It's next to impossible for Dusty Joe to pronounce Sing Tao.
Yeah, I can't say Sing Tao, baby. It comes out as Sing Tao.
Think toe. I'm the thing on my toe, baby. I never think to my toe. My toe sometimes hits something and thinks back to me. It's a painful song, baby, when I stub my toe on some furniture.
Well,
you don't want to be associated with Jake or Matt, isn't it?
Everybody in that fucking video, they're all scum.
I need to do a hangout with Dave tonight.
What am I gonna say that's not gonna be offensive? So I'm just gonna borderline. I'm just gonna put everyone under the same
there's actually
umbrella.
wow, there's a lot of them. Okay.
Yeah, there's all kinds of assholes.
Oh, Rhino's in here. I did not know that.
Yeah, he's even in there. That jerk face.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And his wife. I'm sure his wife.
He's the comedic interlude in the fucking opera, man.
Four
Yeah.
people at a.
I only watched the first few seconds, and I was going to go watch it later. But you're saying my wife's in there too. I can't let her know that. She'll freak.
Yeah, like at the 2:30 mark.
Oh yeah, your wife. That part was funny. That was the great part. Then 4 people who I'm unfamiliar with. But it was a lot of me, a lot of Lee, a lot of Dave. You're saying with Dave. A lot of It was just a big old family of beer reviewers. It was so much amity and like togetherness. I was, it was.
Yeah, it was a regular fucking Brady bunch.
Yeah.
Keep overselling it.
Wow, this week we have nobody watching. That's okay.
I don't care.
I'm watching this video. That's what I'm doing.
Anheuser-Busch
I'm gonna
is
keep
bringing a popular
overselling it.
Mexican beer to the U.S., guys.
I got home. I came home Friday, and I looked on my porch, and it was a box, and it was Paul Anner beer in there, and a big old mug, a 500th anniversary of the Reinheitsgebot mug.
That's right. It's 2016, 15, 16. That's cool.
Nick, are you in the closet?
Nope.
It's coming out of the closet.
That joke was coming.
Anyway, guys, later this month, Anheuser-Busch will introduce Estrella Jalisco, a 106-year-old Mexican Pilsner, to the U.S. audience.
Wait, no, what? There's an Estrella from Mexico as well? I know the Spanish Estrella.
Yeah. Estrella Jalisco.
Okay. So
This will be hitting California, New Mexico, New York, Texas, and several other states by the end of this month.
Okay.
Ooh.
It is 4.5% ABV and on par with Corona.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
I still want to try it just because I haven't been able. I've never had it before.
Oh.
And I mean, there's a lot of beers that people say are on par with Corona. They say that Sol is on par with Corona, but I enjoy Sol much more than I enjoy Corona.
Sol's way better than Corona. Not that that's saying much. But if this Estrella's in a can, at least it might have a chance.
No, it's in a clear bottle.
Oh well, that's down the fucking drain as well.
Get yourself some nice Stonewall Light from Columbia. You're all set.
By the way, Greg, that Molson 67 Session IPA you gave me,
Yeah,
I threw it in my neighbor's yard. Yeah, I just threw it in his yard. We'll see if he picks it up. Who knows?
You know how much that can cost me?
I don't care, because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
It was free. I think it's still in Joe's fridge, aging slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's gonna be aging for a long time.
Also, like a 6-month-old can too.
Jeez, what the fuck? Why am I drinking?
So the Newfoundland Liquor Corporation has ended air miles on local beer. You can no longer get air miles awarded at the NLC for local craft beers, but you can still get it on other beers such as Molson, Coors, Bud.
Because, we don't want people to have a job or anything, or, we don't want to support any sort of local economy. Why would we want to do that?
Yeah, that is obviously fucking. I mean, Molson and Labatt have a fucking stranglehold on Newfoundland anyway, for the most part. So that's an obvious fucking move by them. Like you don't fucking support us, we're gonna pull out. Basically, that's what that sounds like.
This was a good one, and I actually want to try all of these too. But the changes came into effect at February 28th. If someone enjoys a Blue Star or an India or a Yellow Belly or Quiddle Viddle, we don't anticipate a max exodus from these brands.
Black Horse.
Quiddle Viddle? You mean Kitty Vitty?
Yeah, Quiddle Viddle. I don't care if you say it's Kitty Vitty, it's Quiddle Viddle.
It's Kitty Vitty, you're fucking out of your mind. You blind albino piece of shit.
Sugarcoat Wednesdays, my favorite.
I can't believe I was thinking of making you world champion on my video game league.
Hey, did I end up winning that game, that match?
No, yeah, you ended up losing. The goddamn stream cut off, but I'm gonna redo everything at some point. So.
Wait, did you
Hopefully-
rage quit?
No, I didn't rage quit. The stream actually just cut off. I didn't even realize it cut. He cut it like 5
It cut
minutes.
right before the thing was over, and I was up like 3-1. I was all excited. I also noticed that Lee sucks at playing wrestling games.
I guess someone's really not becoming world champion now. Jesus Christ.
You know what? I finally got a new cord. I bought three N64 composite cords before I got one that worked, and I'm like, okay, I know this fucking works because I can make the N64 work through the RF, so I know that this port works. What the fuck's wrong? But I had to buy 3 different cords from 3 different companies before I got one that worked, and now I can actually play it through the Elgato.
Nice.
Nice.
Did everyone else just freeze? Like everybody?
No.
No?
Just very somber night, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
I don't know what Jay's doing, but it's worrying me.
I know. I expect him to pull a gun and off himself or something.
Mein Führer, I can walk!
No, that's not a gun he's gonna pull out.
Is that a 1984 reference?
The way he was stroking that box.
I was thinking more an Arba Dwyer reference.
So this was a good one that came out the day after. Well, it was a news story from the day, but they didn't find out about it until the day after last week's BDU. Thief steals keg from beer exchange day before St. Paddy's Day. Perhaps thieves are planning on one heck of a St. Patrick's Day party because Thursday they stole a keg of craft ale from a popular downtown Windsor bar. The beer exchange owner, Josh Olson, walked into the basement of his bar this week and noticed the $200 keg of Flying Monkeys IPA was missing. Spotting the beer would be easy because it is so unique, he explained. It's kind of a rare keg to be out in the street. You can't really buy it from the beer store. So, if someone is at a keg party and they see the beer, it's a rare beer to have. The theft won't hurt the beer exchange today, St. Patrick's Day, but it will hurt an upcoming beer battle event during which customers blind taste test different breweries. I really want to know how somebody broke into the bar, got into the basement, carried the keg up the stairs, and then out the bar door without anyone noticing it.
I think that was an inside job.
That had to be an inside job, like the night manager or something, just going and taking it home.
Yeah. There's something wrong with that story.
Have to see if somebody mysteriously brings back the empty keg.
So basically, someone in the true spirit of Irish heritage stole beer and drank it.
Sounds like an Irish to do.
We don't steal beer.
It's totally an Irish.
That's the Welsh that do that.
Nah, I think it's the Irish as well.
What if you're
They're all
constipated?
Welsh, Irish, same thing.
Welsh Irish?
What if you're constipated and...
I'm pretty sure if you're at some kind of Welsh versus Irish soccer match and you said, it's the same fucking thing, you'd die.
I would. Yeah, but thankfully I'm not
You'd
over
be
in
dead. You'd be dead. They'd be like, dead! And they'd both team up for the first time in their lives and kill you.
Yeah, but thankfully I'm not in some hateful shit pit country like Welshland or Ireland. And...
Wales.
Yeah,
No,
you'd be
it is Welshland. It is Welshland. Wales. Fuck Wales.
Now, this is an article from Melbourne, Florida. A beer truck and a potato chip truck crash on the I-85.
More Irish.
They basically spilt their load. Both trucks spilt their load. Now, I don't want anyone to get hurt or anything like that.
I feel the pornographic
If I
coming.
had to be the witness of any accident where the load was spilt on the road, that's the accident I want to see. I can get myself 2 beer, a bag of chips.
Weren't we talking about the potato chip beer last week?
Yes, we were.
Holy moly.
It's
Already been in bed.
I'm sure if there's potatoes, then the Irish are still involved.
And beer, yeah. I was just about to say. I mean, this is like the ultimate like Irish road porn of some sort.
I did a video about stereotypes.
I like Sanyo, Sony, Panasonic.
The driver of the beer truck said he tried to move to the center of the road and swerve to avoid hitting another car. That's when he struck the snack truck, which was stopped on the other side of the road.
I heard about that story.
The amount of money you could make, too, just picking up the bottles and returning them to the beer store.
Yeah, like you. Yeah.
You can make up to $100.
Now, today I posted an article from the National Post, which is an intriguing little article. It is about a German brewery that I'm sure most people other than people in Germany didn't know. And like my buddy the Manchild said, he didn't know that liquid could have an ideology, but German brewer accused of selling Nazi beer, hiding neo-Nazi references in price.
Oh, so, this is different than that company that was making the beer bottles with the Mussolini and Hitler labels.
Oh yeah, this is just a guy that has a beer out there that's being sold for 88 cents, and they're saying, well, 88 cents is a Hail Hitler type of thing because H and H are the 8th letter of the alphabet, and his date codes are all 8s as well. And he's like, that has nothing to do with me. The dates are put on by the government in Germany.
Oh, so yeah. Sounds like some Illuminati tinfoil hat motherfucker in Germany.
It's basically... I'm thinking that this is... because there's another German group that did a 45-minute video about Ace of Base, and Ace of Base being neo-Nazis, and went through their entire thing. I'm pretty sure this is from the same type of thing, because this is all just... everything just falls into place if you think about it this way. And the guy's like, I didn't even know that 88 cents had anything to do with this, and...
Oh, he better not have a triangle on his label, because then it'll mean he's with the Freemasons and the Illuminati and some bullshit like that. I mean, even if his fucking thinly veiled references to Nazism were actually true on the fucking thing, who gives a fuck? You don't like it, don't buy it.
Nobody fucking pisses on Ace of Base when I'm around.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that sign.
Now, if that guy's picture is on the internet and he's got one eye covered, you just know. You know. Probably got tile floors in his house.
This is the problem with the internet. The internet allows people who are fucking nut bars to actually have a voice and an opinion that is actually respected by
other people that are nut bars follow that opinion in that.
Yeah, because they're actually able to connect with each other instead of being in isolated woodland areas where no one wants to talk to them.
And I don't even think it's that much, because you'll have the woodland dude kind of stumble out of the fucking swamp every now and then and say shit and people don't give it credence. What it is digital lacks context. So when someone says, hey, blah, 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 and it's crazy talk, but there's no, like, context behind it, you can't see the person or how they're acting or what's going on, then you just be like, hey, that kind of sounds like, makes sense. It's kind of like the old, the fucking old Zach Galifianakis joke. You could say... you know what I mean? Like, you could tell jokes two different ways. He does a bunch of different jokes two different ways just in context, and one's horrific and one actually is funny. You know what I mean? It's all about the context, and I'm just trying to see how many times I can say context in one thing. So I'm tailing.
Can we take what you said in context?
I think I heard a niner. I think I heard a niner in there.
5 points
from a
to
walkie-talkie.
context sentence there. Awesome.
You know what? Just don't.
How many brewers are Freemasons? That's what I'd like to know.
You know what, Jay? I don't give a fuck.
And that's the thing. How many brewers give a fuck if they're Freemasons? Like, they don't care. Like, that's like I do a radio show. The radio show I do on Sunday, we can't get brewers, and I'm like, well, how many brewers are religious? Like, seriously, like, if you're that intelligent to be a brewer, you can't be religious, right?
Let's get Alex Jones on this.
Let's
get Alex Jones on this, guys. He'll get to the bottom of this. They're putting brain-altering medicines in our water. They're going to kill our children and turn them into homosexuals.
Are you Jim Ross or Alex Jones right now? By God!
A little of both.
I might be able to get David Duke on this show.
Oh, I've heard you had those connections. Yeah, you're a big time Nazi.
Neo-Nazi.
From what I've heard.
Are you? Did you drink it, Joe, or are you drinking it?
I am drinking it.
What do you think?
It's actually really fucking good. I like it.
Yeah, it doesn't suck, right?
I think you did a fine job with that coffee stout.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never a Sam Adams hater. I never hate on Sam Adams, just because I kind of broke into craft beer through them, and I still think they make pretty good stuff, especially special releases and stuff like that. That's fucking really good. I didn't care for the White Ale at all, really. But that's good.
Well, IPA was straight up garbage, but
I didn't try that. Yeah.
What was garbage?
The white IPA was garbage.
No.
The IPA was garbage. The white ale was just neutral. It's Switzerland. It was tepid water. You know what I mean? And then fucking the coffee was good.
I thought the coffee was really good. I thought the Nitro IPA was dynamite. I thought they hit the ball out of the ballpark with that one.
You're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
No, you are.
Those fucking crazy. They're crazy. Crazy in love, not with each other, just in general. I feel like, are you shaving over there, Nick, or what are you doing? You all right?
He is pleasuring 3 hookers that he's invited into his...
I could be. I just don't think a generic white ale, like a wit beer or whatever, they just called it a white ale instead because it's American, but I don't think that needs to be nitro at all. Like, that didn't make sense to me.
It didn't need to be, but as a gimmick, kind of stupid beer, it was all right.
Yeah, I didn't care for it that much, but this is good. I dig this a lot.
Oh yeah, that was good. And I really love the Nitro IPA. But then again, I made a video where I was bragging on the Guinness Nitro IPA.
So Joe, you'll like this. And did you see the beer that Southern Tier is coming out with?
Depends. I think they're coming out with quite a few new ones.
I just thought it was funny because what is it? Genesee came out with the salted caramel porter,
which was actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Southern Tier this month is coming out with the salted caramel stout.
Okay.
Look at Genesee setting trends, sons.
But what I'm saying, dude, they're not even they're almost walking distance from each other.
Well, yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
Liquid and Rich.
Couple hours, but yeah,
a little more than walking distance.
Well, but I mean, as far as breweries go, you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
No,
I mean,
walking distance is friggin' Black Oak to GLB.
It is pretty close together, but you got to cross a bridge, which is kind of hard to walk up.
Okay, Wellington and Stonehammer.
The thing is I'm not surprised from Southern Tier just because they've done like creme brulee, they do chocolate, they do pumpkin, for instance. They do a lot of flavored stuff, so it actually surprised me that Genesee did it before them, if anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, for them to do it,
yeah, it's maybe they're paying homage to them. They're like, yeah, baby, we like this so much, we're gonna do a stout version.
We're gonna show you how to do it properly.
Yeah. No, you haven't had it, but the
I haven't.
one is
because somebody comes to Canada all the time and doesn't want to ever come and visit his albino friend.
This is pretty correct, actually. Spot on.
I'll visit you.
Nobody ever comes and visits me. I'm here home alone, drinking my banana beer out of a banana cozy.
It's probably why no one comes to visit you.
Well, the problem is the meetup was at a tanning salon. We just figured you wouldn't fit in.
We just planned on, sitting out on a beach all day and just getting suntans. That's what we just figured.
I have an umbrella. It's a big Coors Light umbrella.
Well, that's, again, why you're not allowed to hang out with us. Stuff like that. No.
Don't worry, Jim. I'll visit you on the weekend. I've got like 3 beers for you.
The Yukon tries to limit the waste of thousands of bottles of beer. The Yukon Liquor Corporation is taking steps to reduce the thousands of liters of beer it's pouring down the sink every year. On average, about 5,000 liters of beer are dumped annually because they are past the expiry date set by the breweries. That's more than 14,000 bottles and cans that are cracked open and drained. We are getting frustrated. Some of the stuff is showing up already expired. some of the stuff showing up, between 2 and 6 weeks to go, and our ordering cycle is longer than that. Typically, from when we order to it takes 3 weeks just to get here. What else? It's the Liquor Corporation does not mark the price of beer down at its expiry date draws near, because they argue it is sociably irresponsible to make it too inexpensive.
Ugh.
And then it goes on to say mass-produced beer has a shelf life of 6 months, while craft beer has a shelf life of 90 days. For the most part, macro beer has a shelf life of 1 to 4 years, but hey, what do we know? And craft beer, mattering if it's filtered at all, if it has any pasteurization, blah, 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 can have a shelf life of anywhere from like fucking 4 weeks, because half the time it's not refrigerated, to 6 years. Again, mattering the type of beer it is and how it's been taken care of.
That's the thing. I mean, it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, but the fact that we are, like, they're showing them pouring down the drain cases of Labatt Genuine Draft. Labatt Genuine Lager. Okay, you know what? They have a 6-month expiry date on them because that's what the government tells them they have to have. In Ontario, it is a 1-year expiry date from the date it was bottled.
That beer will be fine after the nuclear holocaust.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just stupid to pour it down, and then to say that if we make it too inexpensive, it's socially irresponsible because it will cause more alcoholics. If they're only drinking because they can get it dirt cheap, they're already alcoholics. You're not creating alcoholics.
And there's so many. Oh, go ahead, Lee.
No, go ahead.
I'll just say there's so many beers and most of it's craft that say Best By. That doesn't mean it's expired by that date. It just means if you drink it by this date, it's probably going to be the best it can be. If you drink it 2 years from then, you're probably all right. It just won't taste as good as it would have been if you drank it 2 years earlier.
Wasn't it if you take a double IPA, you age it for 2 years, you get a barley wine?
Or 4 years, right? Matt, 4 years? Is it just a skosh under 4 years?
Well, it's complicated, actually. What you have to do is you have to get it into a time machine, and you have to travel in the future. You have to post-date it, and then that's really how it works. It's kind of like it's kind of similar to how Treehouse works. What they do is they can the beers in the future and then travel back in time in order to actually facilitate the haze, baby.
So when people crack open Treehouse beers and they're like, "Oh, this was canned 4 days in the future, so this is 4 days old."
It's like same-day garbage, you know?
Future day garbage. This is minus 3 days old. I have no idea what's happening.
Marty, it's your beers. You have to go back to the future. Jesus. Yeah, but that old adage said, oh, if you make the craft beers too high in alcohol or whatever, kids are going to drink them and shit and get drunk. No, I tell you what, the fucking alcoholics, I see the fucking alcoholics first thing in the fucking morning in the liquor store because, I get off work early, so, go to the liquor store first thing. I see the same fucking old men walking in there and buying like 10% fucking facts and shit. They're not buying craft beer.
Whatever change they have in their hand is shaking as they're handing it to the liquor.
If they have change at all, if I could count the times I've seen them walk in there and not actually have the money to buy the shit and then get kicked out of the liquor store,
Dude,
you have a lot of money.
My buddy owns Sabatini's. The guy who owns Sabatini's owns like a pretty fucking well-respected fucking beer place, and like if you go there to his pizza joint more so before he opened his new place.
That's true.
Yeah,
Thank you. And you could sit there on a Sunday afternoon at like 11, 12 in the afternoon. Dude, the amount of fucking 12-packs that people buy out of there, like that's how he stays open. Do you know what I mean? Like people just like coming in there and buy 12-pack after 12-pack after 12-pack after 12-pack. It's like nonstop all day long. It's not you can't even fathom it. If you sit there for hours, you're just like, this is bonkers. I don't even understand how many. And this is a pizza shop in Exeter, Pennsylvania. Do you know what I mean? It's the people aren't going there because it's Sabatini's and they have good beer. Do you know what I mean? This is the place that has the beer, and it's like every 3.5 minutes, like someone comes in and they're like sliding change around to do the math and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's nonstop all day.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. Not at Sabatini's, mind you. I've seen it.
At one point, I saw a guy walk in the morning and buy like 3 or 4 cans of Fax 10%. And I was in buying my own beer, and then later on, my brother was like, "I need some beer. If you're going out, will you get me some?" So I went back. It was like around 4 or 5 in the evening. Saw the same fucking guy walk in, drunk as fuck, trying to buy like a couple cases of like Coors or something like that. Like apparently he must have found the money somewhere during the day, and then came back, and he actually got kicked out of the liquor store for being drunk as fuck.
Well,
Nothing's better than going into one of those places and like being ahead of like 2 or 3 of those people. And I'll totally say those people because I don't give a fuck. But it's like I don't give a fuck. And then they're buying like not to be like whatever, just to see the look on their face when they're buying like 2 12-packs of fucking Coors for 13 cents, and then you buy like 4 beers and it's like $37, and they're like they look at you.
Yeah.
They don't never say anything. They just look at you like it's an alien. You're an alien.
Well, like
Oh yeah, no, that's true. I mean, like when I get to the cash
Excuse me.
and I have to pull out like $2.50s to pay for my beer that I've bought that day. It's like the guy right behind me is just some guy who probably works in like in the fucking factory or works or maybe doesn't even work at all. Just looks at me, what the fuck? Guys carrying around that much money?
Here's what I'm gonna drink next.
You go to the beer store to return your empties. I mean, they don't really have craft beer there for the most part. And, there's always that one old guy there who's handshaking. He's got change, and he'll just be like, okay, I have this much money. What can I get for this much money? It's like, I got $2.75. What tall boy can I get for this one?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I feel bad because, I mean, I have people in my family that are alcoholics, and I do feel bad for them, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's sad and funny at the same time, but I've seen these people. I've seen one guy a couple times. He's a regular who shows right up at, like, 9:30 when the fucking liquor store opens. He shows up there, he immediately walks in there, like, he's waiting at the door before the place even opens. He's just standing there. He'll go in, he'll get, like, how many fucking cans of Fax 10% he can actually afford. He'll walk out, he'll go right to his car, he'll start fucking drinking them. Like, he'll pop them open and drink. I've seen that. Like,
why they even go for beer, though? Because, I mean, probably if you just want to get shit-faced, probably the handle of vodka is your best bet. Just to keep it vodka.
Well, if they got 15 bucks or something like that, then that's what you see them do. If they got $15, $16, something like that, they'll get like a cheap thing of booze, like maybe wine, vodka, or whatever, and then they'll have like an extra $2 or something to get their Fax 10%. So they'll walk out with that. Like I've seen that as well, right? But I mean, if they only got like a couple scraps, a few dollars, few cents here or there, they're just buying the big cans of fucking Fax. And
now, excuse me, I want to interrupt for just a minute or a moment. I mean to say. This Fax 10%, isn't that like a Danish company?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They make horrid beer, horrid beer.
They make very strong ABV. Like you can get a 6.5, an 8, a 9, and a 10 here.
And
their worst is their non-alcoholic one though. That's the worst fucking thing.
Do they follow the Bavarian purity laws?
It's the beer equivalent of like Night Train or Thunderbird.
And they're also almost to the point where they kind of look like American prices when you go to buy them. They're the cheapest you can buy.
Yeah.
They kind of. I think that company owns some Russian and Ukrainian and White Russian and Polish beers, right?
It's Royal Unibrew. I don't know.
Yeah, right. They own. I think they own Lomza or something like that. Yeah.
All I know is that Fax 10% is essentially malt liquor, and
it's essentially the same as like Crest Super.
Or like Dog Bite. That we get.
Brace it.
Yeah, you know what? Dog Bite does hit a lot like the Fax Extra Strong.
That was an atrocity.
I mean, Fax 10%. This must be the stuff that like Danish kids who don't have a lot of money just buy and go and drink on the street or in the woods.
We got my wife to try one, telling her it tasted like cotton candy. That was the best thing ever.
I know they
It was
make.
me, Boychuk, and the man-child. It tastes like cotton candy. Try it.
I know they make a Carlsberg special brew that's 10%. It's like sold over here as, or in some countries as Carlsberg Elephant.
Oh yeah.
Super. It's like 10%. Man, I'd like to try all those.
I wonder how many beers, like, if you look at, like, Michael Jackson's books where he covered all these, like, really weird beers that, like, Heineken and Carlsberg and stuff made that you never see over here. I wonder how many of those are still being brewed over in Europe at this point.
Like the Gross Canyon?
Michael Jackson's books are, like, so far removed now from the current beer scene.
Oh, he's been.
You mean like Gross Cannon?
Just anything, like, I know Carlsberg and Heineken, they all had, like, porters and stuff like that you are only made and, like, distributed in, like, the home countries and stuff. You don't see them outside of anywhere else. But, like, Michael Jackson had all these detailed down in his books. But, I mean, his books he's been dead for how many years now? Like, what, 2005 he died, wasn't it? Something like that?
Yeah.
He's been gone.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering how many of those brands are still in operation, or if they're all defunct at this point.
Like the Heineken Tarva book?
Maybe. I have no idea.
I just broke the button off my pants, and I don't know how to sew.
Yeah, that's a white person problem if I ever.
Oh, it's easy to sew. I'll show you how.
Oh, there you go.
And, you know, my wife doesn't sew, so...
That's what you get for wearing pants.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on the internet. There's a chance that my camera would fall, and then the horn would be out, and I'd lose my channel. And...
Dad, you're wearing snow pants right now. We know you don't like to be naked.
Now, if the camera fell, everyone would just go snowblind anyway, unless they're wearing those Inuit snow glasses, you know, to protect their vision. And what are the chances of that happening on the internet? So,
It's really good on the internet.
Why don't we just move this chat to Vimeo, and then Chad can show everyone his horny.
No, go to LiveLeak. That's the place to go for stuff like that.
I hear old guys like to rant.
Yeah, LiveLeak, they just don't give a fuck.
I've never been on LiveLeak, but I've never even accessed that site. But I hear there's a lot of action over there.
It's great. You can see murders and prostitution and all the stuff you can't see on YouTube. Well, actually, if you watch the Real Oil Guides channel, that's sort of like prostitution. But
what about constipation? What about if you're constipated?
That's probably on LiveLeak.
No, because you know where I'm going with that, right? You know where I'm going with that, right?
I love LiveLeak. I actually love it. Like, I love watching crazy videos and shit like that. But here's the thing. I like watching fucking, like, super crazy, like, high-end, like, mastery capoeira fucking dance rap battles. I would never try to fucking do that, though. I would never walk in there and be like, I'm gonna dance rap with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, or anything that takes immense skill. And there's nobody more skillful than the fucking commentators in fucking live.
I want to say rap.
Like, you can't walk in there and be like, I'm gonna post a video and expect not to have your shit fucking lit the fuck up, regardless if it's good or not. I mean, it's just like you're just getting destroyed. They're fast. They're fucking ninjas. They're the best.
Did you ever see guys that are floating above a mountain and they
Teaching
probably
kung
teaching kung fu? Because if so, like, I mean,
I got a feeling these kung fu masters don't give a fuck.
Hey, well, you're talking about Real Ale Guy. Did you see that recent video from yesterday about the constipation?
No, I don't watch his fucking channel. I haven't watched him in years.
He made a video where he was sitting on the toilet.
Really?
I said, and I posted a comment on on Facebook that said, manic depression is a frustrating mess. I swear, I'm telling you the truth, he made a video where he was sitting there naked on a toilet saying this beer will help a constipated Welshman.
who else has probably done that at some point?
I didn't watch it.
I don't know. Is there anybody else in this chat that would do something like that?
I seen.
I can
seen
think of
this-
one other idiot. Yeah, I can.
seen this
Boston
one guy do
Pizza toilet reviews with
What?
albino and rhino.
I would do it as a private video. I wouldn't do it for everyone.
I mean, I've done bathroom reviews, but you don't see me shitting in the fucking toilet while I'm doing it.
That's how bad they were, though. That I prefer that.
Well, I'm telling you right now.
Actually, I like your
I
bathroom.
posted on Jubilee Beer Reviews. He might erase it. He might erase it. I don't know what he's going to do. I said, oh man, he's going down the same road as people sending private videos to Maria, the girl next door, with something hanging out on the video.
How dare you tell us about this video, but then don't tell us what beer helps with the constipation?
I'll find out right now.
I'd like to know what beer will help my constipation.
Yeah, that could help us all.
Boring Joes want to know.
I can find out right now.
I'm actually going to do a review. I'm going to do a review on my Sing Tao film later, so just watch my channel.
I will watch your Qingdao review because I want to see what you say about it.
Qingdao.
Qingdao. Qingdao.
Chong Li.
Am I saying it wrong?
It's like Qing. It's a Qing,
Dao.
and then it's Dao, like I don't know, Dao, D-O-W.
Qingdao.
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 Say whatever the fuck you want,
Sing
Jamie.
Tao, baby.
Yeah, you just say.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Qingdao.
Here we go. Now, this is not as bad as somebody sending a private video to Maria Devon with something hanging out on the video, which I'll watch. I'm a witness of that.
Are you saying it's not as good or
So
better or worse than that?
I don't know. That was bad because that was a really thick
But that
I
was
can
at
see-
least a private video.
I could see Joe. The picture that popped in my head was Jay watching a video with Joe in front of him, like an optometrist. Like better, good, same.
Yeah, that's actually pretty
Well, I don't know if you watched that 2015 production, but I did. Okay.
But the question is though, that was at least private. This one is public for everyone to see?
This is public, baby. It's called Constipated Man Drinks Polish Lager Karpaki to Relieve Himself.
Question: is there parentheses and does it say best dump ever? Question mark? Because if so, totally watching it.
Real ale / craft beer. He's naked on the toilet. Naked on the toilet. And I put a comment. I said, man,
Johnny hasn't stopped doing. You see, Ethan's starting to do it now.
Ethan's trolling Johnny. I'm pretty sure he does. He's doing it on purpose. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny, I think, just doesn't do it. But Ethan's
depression
trolling.
is a frustrating mess. That's what I posted.
Yeah, but what is the beer again?
Karpaki. That's the title of the video. Constipated man drinks Polish lager Karpaki to relieve himself. And there he is, naked on the toilet. I said he's going mad. He's going insane.
I don't want to go to the Real Ale Guy's channel ever.
No.
I'm a subscriber. I am a subscriber.
Well, that's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, he steals people's beers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember that whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't a story. It was actually true.
Yeah, it's
I'm not saying it was a fake story. I remember the whole episode. I well remember. He said he was going to bust your tail. He was going to bust you up.
He was going to fight him over Google Plus somehow. I don't know how that was even going to happen, but it was going to happen.
You wanted to go in a hangout so you could yell at me.
Get a Google Plus, I'll kick your ass, Lee. Okay.
I remember the whole thing. Because one guy made a rap video about the incident. That was so comical.
No, he actually said if you ever saw me in real life, he'd take a swing at me. So
I did. I remember that. That was rich. That was rich.
Which is funny because basically what he'd be. I mean, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but basically he'd be hitting my kneecap if he took a swing at me.
That was so much drama. And then he contacted me and said, "Oh, they are giving me such a hard time. I mean, this is terrible." I said, "Well, they told me that you stole some beer," and he never did answer what I told him. So I said, "Well, wait a minute. You can't answer the allegation." But
well, the way you look at it, either way, one of the coolest guys in beer tubing is Peter, Master of Hoppets, and I would always trust what he says, and he basically corroborated the story and said, "Yep, that happened."
Yeah, him and Jakob. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that. That was like 2013, huh?
Yep. I believe
Well,
those
you
guys.
know, this video of him on the toilet has over 1,500 views, so he's making his money on it.
Yeah, because how did he word it again, Jay? He said, "Fucking man sitting on toilet."
Constipated man drinks Polish lager to relieve himself.
That's how
we named it.
That's exactly.
He's making a shit ton of money.
Yeah, and yeah, bullshit. I suspect what Terry K kind of speculated is correct, that he is another guy who's bought a lot of his subscribers and views.
I've only had one video beer reviewer tell me to my face that he paid for subscribers. Other ones,
Yeah, Matt, how dare you pay for your subs?
I pay for all my subscribers.
but there are others that I suspect do it.
Choose.
How's that Daisy coming?
Hit 30 this week.
Joe, you have a cat?
Yeah, a big fat one.
Huh.
He's right there.
Joe's pussy before?
Yeah, no.
He's gonna jump onto the bed and then he's gonna fall asleep because he's fat. Maybe not. Maybe he's gonna crawl over here. Guys.
Joe's
Okay, well,
falls asleep too.
Who is listening to a video right now? Wow.
I was gonna
It's
say,
albino.
looks like a-
He's albino.
I
It's
remember
albino.
when
He's
Irvin, I
albino.
remember when the Viking, he doesn't do videos anymore. I remember when the Viking made that rap video and he was so outraged about the beer getting stolen. I was eating that up. That was too funny. That was like 3 years ago now, huh?
The beer that got stolen was is meant for him, and it was fucking a cool beer too.
That was like in 2013, huh?
Here's a cool beer.
No, that not a fucking cool beer. Get out of here, Greg.
Cool beer. Yep.
I like that cap.
Don't let me send you 100 ounces of chilada. I'll totally send you all the chilada, every chilada I can find. You can get it, Greg.
Actually, Greg, do you have an extra,
Marita.
What was that?
you have an extra bottle of Cool?
I don't. I can get you a 4-pack if you want it. They're like $5.
No, I could get a 4-pack too. I was hoping I didn't have to.
No, this is my last.
Look at this fucking cheapskate.
I pick them up when like my in-laws come in because they kind of just drink lager and shit. So I'm just finishing off whatever they didn't drink.
Baseman, I love you. I love your cap. It's wearing my
I'm constipated.
He told us
Having
a story earlier how he.
I'm having a Tsingtao and Louisiana hot sauce Arita chilada tonight.
Maybe some kidney beans and sausages with white onion or yellow onion.
Okay, I
You
just gotta stop here for a second and say, okay, either Nick has really become enthused with fucking vibrators and he's pleasuring a lot of women with them, or Nick has started up a barbershop on his free time.
Yeah.
You know,
He's get-
here's the thing, Lee. Why do you have to put them in a box? Why
Two
can't-
things. I'm not the one vibrating, but I am putting a computer together, so.
I'm still gonna go with the barbershop thing, and I want to see you start singing. I want to see you form a barbershop quartet and start singing songs.
No, that's the computer. Nick works for the website sexmachines.com.
And I don't work for nobody but you. Oh.
It's .ca. .ca.
Hey, how about that Ottawa Senator Montreal game a few days ago?
I didn't even watch it.
He's not a true fan. Only when they're winning does he get excited.
I'm sorry about the mayor.
I don't want to watch. I'm sorry.
Hey, our died. Mr. Rob Ford died of cancer. And that's
That's.
I used to feel bad for him because people used to make fun of him so bad.
And they still do, right, Lee?
Yeah, that's right. It's probably the best public service he's ever put forward.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
He was a scumbag.
He had a lot of problems.
He was just another in a long line of embarrassments for Toronto's mayoral office.
I saw this really terrible image that somebody had made. It was like candlelight vigil for Rob Ford, it was somebody heating up heroin in a spoon.
Hey, I bet you there was a couple people up in the ghetto doing that.
You know what though? He actually was not a bad.
Lighting up their old buddy.
He just had an effed up personal life, but he actually wasn't a bad mayor. He actually did a lot of good shit for the city, but it got overshadowed by the fact that he liked to smoke crack and.
And beat his wife, and
that will overshadow a lot of the good things he's done.
It was one of those things where he's like the only man I know that did a lot of crack and was like 500 pounds. Like, how was he that big?
Because he did a lot of crack and he did a lot of McDonald's too.
Because he was a casual user. Okay, he was a casual user.
Because he was a mayor, he could probably actually afford good crack instead of the shit that most people buy on the streets.
Like there's a menu. Have the good crack, not the bad crack, the good crack.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Top shelf, son.
Chris Farley,
Don't you know who I am? I'm the mayor of Toronto. I get top shelf crack.
The crack that has less calories, I think is what it is.
No, see that was
there are different grades of fucking cocaine.
Oh no, I know. I'm being fun. I've done my copious amounts of drugs in my life. I know there's good and bad.
But see, the thing about Rob Ford, a lot of people don't realize is he kind of always played the angle that he's the common man, he's a regular guy. He
was a pampered rich guy.
Well, that's the thing. He's worth like $50 million or something like that. But he lives in a very modest house in Etobicoke. He drives a minivan. I think he also has an Escalade too.
How do you know much shit about Rob Ford? This is scary. Also, to be
fucking like the recent Pope. He also pretends he's a fucking man of the people. He pretends he's, a hero of the downtrodden and stuff. He's another goddamn piece of shit.
Okay. And Greg, and when you say the thing that people don't realize about Rob Ford, it's not that they don't realize, it's that they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Well, holy shit, Nick, this is what's happening.
That's not me.
Yeah, seriously.
Big orgasm.
That's not.
I think Fleetwood Mac had the best cocaine.
Well, Fleetwood Mac, flick that bean, baby.
Nick, it's totally you. I would say it's totally you. On a scale of 1 to you, it's you.
Yeah, and look who's pressing buttons based on peer reviews.
Yeah, but his is Mr. T's buttons.
Mr. T doesn't work right now.
Batteries, baby.
I mean, you should get some batteries for Mr. T. You really should get batteries for Mr. T.
Gotta buy some batteries, baby.
I'm just gonna ask: is it weird that yesterday I read an article about why teenage girls hump pillows?
About what?
Yeah,
why teenage girls hump pillows?
Why would you be reading an article about why teenage girls hump pillows?
Look at him. Are you serious right now?
I saw a link on my Twitter and it seemed
They should just change the name to Catcher Greg.
All right, well, see you later. Time to go. All right.
It's always time to go, baby.
Oh, come on, Jay! Like you haven't humped a pillow in your day.
Yeah, well, so long, folks. Off to bed. I gotta wake up and do the 6 a.m. review of The Rock.
You got a lot of
I am right now.
Guldenberg. What? Oh yeah, I ought to do a review while I'm on air.
Do a pooping review.
Are you constipated?
Yeah, can we see your constipated beer review on the toilet? I hear that's the hot thing right now. It had 1,500 views. They can't be. They all can't be wrong. Well, actually, yes, they can.
Louisiana Beer Review is going to keep it legitimate.
I like how he was washing his window while he's.
You can call it Louisiana a do the toilet review.
Yeah, or the toilet.
Never constipated with all that hot sauce, baby.
I also have to say, it is a weird place to live when you have like an alley beside your washroom with like ground to ceiling windows going into that alley. That's just asking for weird things. Well,
you know there's things called curtains you can actually stick in front of your windows.
Yes, but why would you have a washroom that has floor to ceiling windows to an alley?
Because you want people to be able to watch you pee.
I'm going to say this before I get off of this particular episode of BDU.
Do any of the windows have a little hole?
When people start doing videos like that, that's when they're starting to have a breakdown.
As soon as we mention
so what are you trying to say about me, Jay?
I think he was talking about the Welshie, Mick Welsherson.
I'm just saying. He said when people start doing those videos, I do lots of shower videos and bathtub videos. And...
Yeah, but you never take a shit on the toilet and do a video about it.
Now these people, this is a sign of things to come. Just get ready. I'm not saying we in the man's business. I am not in his beeswax, okay? But just get ready. Things are starting to unravel.
I feel like this is the beginning of like a 30 Days a Night fucking World War Z episode. Be like, shit's starting to unravel on BDU. Be like, it's coming, baby. And then
or the show
zombie apocalypse
It is coming. I've watched people in other states break down. We've had.
It's fucking people trying to get fucking views on the internet, man. That's not new or old or whatever. It's just fucking people trying to get views. Who gives a fuck?
Coming to BDU soon. The toileting.
Get more than one viewer, but it would be said. I would rather get no viewers than do that kind of stupid stuff. I'm gonna do a I'm so close to doing a retrospective video of 10 video beer review. Oh, all right. Anyway.
You know what? Anyone that's been on After Hours BDU chat has seen Chad taking a shit. So let's get serious.
I think Matt's dog has voted Jay off the island.
I'm off the island. I'm out. Outcast. All right.
You have a wonderful night, Jay.
See you later.
Don't have a breakdown.
I just want to sing the Tom Petty song right now.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Hey, Jay. I have to go too. My dogs are
Fighting each other!
They're
Look
hungry.
at UFC! Alright, thank you, Matt.
Matt,
They
have a
just
wonderful
killed
night
him.
too. We will miss you, Matt.
See ya.
Yeah, guys, I gotta stay.
Quickly say I'm jealous of Matt and Lee with their dogs.
Hey, how come nobody asked Guy what he's drinking right now?
Gee, what are you drinking right now?
Has he showed us leatherback rum?
Yeah, the
Ooh, very nice.
57% edition.
I just like that literally the second that a glory hole was mentioned, Guy showed up. Great timing.
Guy, I'm going to be sending a package out to you soon. It's not going to have the Trailer Park Boys whiskey in it, but as soon as I get a hold of it, I'll just expedite a bottle to you anyway.
Oh yes, very nice.
Yeah,
instead of the whiskey, I'm going to send you a couple beers. The 2 spruce beers I'm going to send you, and I'm going to send you a few ciders if that sounds good to you.
I like apples.
All right. And Rhino as well. I'm sending you a couple ciders, even though you shit on all the ciders I send you.
Oh, talking about beer mails, I have one for Nick and Lee going out in the next day or so. Possibly either tomorrow or on Tuesday, since the post office is closed, Friday and Monday.
Lee is out of retirement. Yes, he is. You better review them all.
Take back, motherfucker.
Joking this fuck right off.
Spiritual Mania 2015.
You're both getting one beer the same, and that is the Boxer gluten-free.
I don't want the package.
You're getting the package.
No,
I don't want the package.
Oh, was the Boxer gluten-free the one? Did you give me that one, or?
No, I did not give you a gluten-free.
Lee, I know how you can get rid of that
I
gluten.
can give you one if you want.
You just throw it in the fucking lake behind your house.
Yeah, I throw it in the lake right next to my house there. I'll just do that.
Yeah, I'll totally take one. I love having these absolutely terrible beers that you send me. You fucking, as bad as the chiladas Joe sends me are, the shit you give me is horrible.
I like being able to be told that I do that for people. I'm trying to put together for 2 people the worst beers I can find box. So I got to go get some Rock Cut Lager and some Cool Beer and some Millennium Buzz.
Beer and Millennium Buzz are not as bad as that other shit you sent. Like,
Stonewall Light.
What was that big King can you sent me last time?
Oh, Axe Head?
Oh my god, that was the worst alcoholic beer I've ever tried. I've had non-alcoholics worse than that, but that was the worst alcoholic. It was fucking brutal. Even the 11% alcohol didn't save it.
The next thing I'm going to send you, Rhino, is going to be an all-cider package.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Because Bulwark has a Bulwark Blush, which I just reviewed, and they have a hopped cider,
Ooh.
And then I think there's a couple other variations too there. One is in like a clear fucking swing top bottle. I don't know how good that's going to be after sitting on the shelf for that long, but I'm just going to send it to you anyway. What the
Okay.
fuck?
Okay. Well, I've had a clear plastic bottle of cider that tasted like condoms. So
Nice.
that was the one where we made the cartoon lick the apple flavored condom.
Oh yeah.
It tastes specifically like an apple flavored condom.
It tasted exactly like an apple flavored condom.
I'll be honest, I never understood the point of a flavored condom because most people get blowjobs with a condom on. That doesn't seem.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
There are people that do. It's just like there are some guys that use a dental dam when they're giving a girl head.
But why would you want to? You want to taste all that goodness.
Because they're worried that they're with somebody with a disease.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've never slept with anyone that I was worried about had something.
Just be goddamn adults and disclose your history with each other.
Jamie.
But everyone knows the way to avoid STDs. You look at the vagina.
Yeah, Joe.
It looks clean, then it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, Joe?
I just had that the other day, Jamie. You haven't tried it yet? Oh, it's just this beer. It's just this beer.
I can't see it. I'm blind.
Get your face inside the
I still
computer.
can't see it.
Just
What
this
the fuck
beer?
is it?
Just this.
Shinte Giant's Causeway.
Hey, Joe, where'd you get that beer from?
Oh, from a little birdie. A little birdie gave it to me.
How was it?
Haven't drank it yet.
I thought you just said you just had it yesterday.
No, I had another beer that a little birdie gave me that Jamie also held up that I had yesterday.
So
What
was
was that
another
one?
Inocente beer?
It was another Innocente beer.
I'll cut in here quick, guys.
Okay, that reminds me, I gotta accept
Can I cut in
Devin's
real
friend
quick?
request.
Yeah, cut in. What do you got there with?
It's almost, Joe, like you snuck into
Oh,
Guelph.
just this was beer number 2.
What did you think about
It's,
it?
Okay, I'm gonna start kicking.
beer number
everybody
2
down.
was this two night stand, and then
Mhm.
beer number 3 was this Giant's Causeway. Giant's Causeway. Honestly, it's very similar to the Haggis beer. Not loving it. This beer, if you're liking that, you're talking about that really juicy, beautiful for it. This is actually really good. I love this stuff.
See now, yeah, I had it. Yeah,
baby.
I had it yesterday, and it was definitely good. I was a little disappointed in it. That's right, little birdie. I was disappointed in it.
In this one, the
Yeah,
two
two
night
night
stand.
stand. Yeah, I think it was a little. I picked up a little bit more alcohol than I anticipated. But then again, it is 8.5%, so it's one of those things where spoiled
Yeah,
nowadays.
it's 8.5.
But definitely, it was definitely juicy, but a little bit more bitter than I anticipated too. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Definitely good.
Yeah, I really liked it. This, the label out, the
Giant's Causeway.
Giant's Causeway. Not really my thing. Yeah,
Really juicy, like a lady parts without the dental.
kind of like the Haggis beer. It's
Parts of that.
A little birdie gave me 7 Innocente beers, so I was happy with that little birdie. He's a really nice guy. Little birdie.
But like the two of them, like one is like 11 out of 10, and the other is a 10 out of 10. So
That's true. That's true. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Two Night Stand, but I'm totally checking it in on Untapped as a
like
5.5.
I'm trying to change my scale to be out of 3, so it's like one's a 4 out of 3 and one's a 3.5 out of 3. So
No
they're
Innocentes
up there
aren't
with,
perfect.
Chente beers.
Mm-hmm.
Always over, but a little, variation there. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Rhino's wearing a boot.
I'm wearing
Is that a boot
one of the
on his
new
head?
shirts. The new shirts for this year's beer festival. One of them is a pink one.
You stole Gee's hat.
Good.
Will I be able to buy more of them for $10 each?
If you want another one, you can. Yeah.
I will, because I like my shirt from last year, but it shrunk and now it barely fits me.
That just means you got fatter. I believe what that is. Take it from a fat guy. That's what that means, Greg. That means you got fatter.
It was a poor quality material that shrunk.
That's his excuse, and he's sticking to it.
Mine didn't fucking shrink. What's your problem?
Do a chart here with the shrunk and Big Macs. Shrunk and Big Macs. And it's gonna.
For a shrunk and Big Macs, you should actually do that. It'd be hilarious. Here's the over-under how many Big Macs you had this.
See, Nick, yours didn't shrink because you actually got to wash your T-shirts once in a while.
Shut up.
Chad, did you get the two-night stand from Innocente?
I don't know. He gave me 2 bottles. I don't know what they were.
Oh my God, that's like super fresh. If you have it, you should probably drink it because then it's gonna be a drain pour once it hits like 8 days.
Well, Chad doesn't need to drink it. He'll just give it a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10 and then throw it out.
That's true. That's what he does most of the time.
We have a shower.
I poured a beer on me once.
I'm saving this for the shower.
Hey guys, I really appreciate this guy giving me this beer. Just let me wash my hair with it. That's how much. Oh, it's a 9.75. Get in my hair. Oh, that works.
How do you even know that it was that beer in the bottle? How do you know that my glass didn't have it all in it?
Because you can't see well enough to do anything other than.
I have funnels.
You have what now?
I have
you have funyuns? Funyuns?
I could be like the beer trade guy, whack something and.
No.
No, I don't think you could.
I could. I just wouldn't. It's way too much work.
No, I don't think you could.
No.
Probably drank in the bottle and poured it on his head.
How did you like Hop Juju? It was a little bit more all tropical fruit there, Greg.
I enjoyed it. I gave it a 9 out of 10. It wasn't like, again, I'm more of a piney kind of guy, like the West Coast IPA, but it was a nice juicy beer, and I know, Jesus Christ, scared me.
Hey guys, can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I know for somebody like you that gets off on their that's blocking the view. Hi. Yeah, but definitely like if you're go with a 10 out of 10 beer.
Gotcha. Now, Jamie, do you have any Central City Red Racer IPA, preferably around the 3-month mark, that you'd want to send my way in a beer mail?
I can send you a banana cozy.
I'm pretty sure Nick wants that. He called dibs on that.
I can get them again as long as there's more at the LCBO.
I'm pretty sure he just wants that and not the beer, right? But you should probably send them it all in one thing so you can see how skunky it gets.
Nick's not listening to us anymore. He's doing something with his barbershop.
The racer and the
those comments.
He's making more fuck machines.
Yep.
He's making an army of sex bots.
Oh, sex bots.
I'm rebuilding my media center computer.
Nick and I were talking about this.
You're making a new My Doll? Is that what you just said?
No, I
fucking
Gordon Lightfoot. Nice. Is that the live album you were talking about?
Yes, it's a My Doll.
My Doll.
My Doll.
Menstrual pain stuff?
No, My Doll is a sex doll.
Sunday concert.
Nice. It's a very realistic sex doll. And I know that's how you're making right now.
Oh, it's like a real doll, but those things are expensive. They're like $4,000.
Greg, I am scared that you know an accurate price on this.
Hey,
that's what I'm working on.
You know, here's the thing. We're all guys. We all jerk off. Don't tell us you don't. If you had a lot of money and you could afford a $4,000 the Cadillac of jerking off, why the fuck wouldn't you?
Because I'd rather kill myself before I do that.
You
if I'm that goddamn pathetic that I have to fuck a fuck doll.
What's the difference? Either using your hand or using
Because Gordon Lightfoot says no.
Wrong. He says you're trying to substitute a real woman with a fucking doll.
I have a real woman that I have sex with all the time. I would still totally fuck a doll. It would be different. Why not?
Well, good for you.
Greg, this is why.
I mean,
Greg.
really,
This is
why
why
don't
you're
you just buy a fucking fleshlight? I mean, that would be a lot less cost.
Because you can't put a leg up on your shoulder while you do that.
Well, get your girlfriend to put a leg up on your shoulder while you're using the fleshlight. Then
Doll's more flexible.
No, but with a real doll, you get the sensation of banging a dead body. Who doesn't want to do that?
You can buy a
Oh,
Bluetooth.
that went further than I thought it was going to go. Much farther than I thought it was going to go. You know
What
we're still
happened? I cut
online
out
right
there.
now,
What?
right?
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I don't think anyone of any importance will watch this far into it.
I don't think
I don't-
anybody of any importance is watching this.
discussions of necrophilia go against the YouTube guidelines. I don't know.
Probably.
Packers.
You can buy a Bluetooth
That's not me.
flashlight with the VR headset.
Look at Nick. He's got this vibrating stuff going down. He's got this weird
Have you
sex
reviewed-
glove on his right hand. He's got this weird sex
Is
glove
that-
going on.
What?
Is that the power glove?
But my brace?
No, your weird sex glove, not your brace. What are you talking about?
Oh, I've got. You know what? I've actually got an original Nintendo Power Glove somewhere.
Trying to
Totally make that into a sex.
Makes you feel like Fred Savage in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Wizard.
The Wizard, California.
Power glove. It's so cool.
So
You know
bad.
So
It's so-
bad.
I like Radlers way
Hey,
too much.
Pete,
Yes.
Pete, have you reviewed any more of the beers that I've sent you?
The only one that's left, I think, is the Belgian one. I did the other ones with Radar
That's on.
recently.
TWB.
Only one left to do.
What about that Kolsch?
Yes. Done.
You did? Nice.
Yes. Yes.
Putting up.
Hey?
I think Jamie's on satellite
Yes.
internet.
No, he's on
Is it
fucking
me?
toaster internet tonight.
Yeah, you're a little bit behind, Jamie. I think it's taking you like 5 to 7 seconds to actually get what people are saying to you.
He's the new Ethan.
No, yeah, that's true. You are
Sorry,
the new.
I'll sit back.
That's a low blow there, Nick. God damn.
That's the name. Don't wear it out. Masturbating.
Masturbate,
Can you hear me now?
penetrate. Mm-hmm.
So when are you coming up? When are you coming down, Guy?
Not sure yet. Gotta check that.
Radar
Thank
coming?
Hi?
Is Radar coming?
I don't know.
You
It's
said-
too early.
Is Pascal gonna, pull another Don? You were supposed to come to the first one, right? And then he didn't, and then he didn't come.
He just wants to go to Halifax.
Pascal just wants to go to Halifax. That's it.
Over, yes.
I'd rather
doesn't
go to
like- he doesn't-
Halifax than the fucking Jesus Christ. That man has his priorities fucked up.
Well, think
This
about
guy,
it.
this guy's on leave, so.
He loves you, Lee. He loves you long time, Lee. Because he doesn't give
I
a
apologize.
fuck. What's up, Jamie?
Oh, I apologize. I apologize if I'm super behind. I don't know how this internet thing is going, but Guy, if you're down here, obviously the festival, I would love to go to that. But if you guys are ever down to this area, let me know. We'll go to whatever, all the breweries around here. Hang out.
Where you at?
The stop is his house. Guy, where are you? In Jamie's house.
He's not going to be 5 or 7 seconds behind when he's talking to you in person, though.
Sorry,
It's all right. It actually makes it quite enjoyable because we have nothing else going on. We don't have Ethan here with fucking 37-year-old, articles that bust out on the internet and go, "Hey guys, did you hear this one?" We're all out of topics.
Yep, we are.
Other than Greg is a fucking
Piss me off
weirdo.
because I'm hooked up to the supposedly good internet, but
It might just be a thing where if you drop out and come back in, it might fix itself. Might be something with Google Plus. It is Google after
I
all.
will do that.
Trying to get because he just blocked you. He's trying to get you to leave so you can't get back in.
Now that he's gone, guys, block, 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 block.
Cock block, what?
Cock block.
Oh, I'm not cock blocking him. No way. No way.
Any of you guys watch the show Last Man on Earth?
I watched about 4 episodes, I think.
Any better?
I don't know. Can you hear us right now?
Yep.
See? It was Google Plus.
Yes.
I might be American, but I ain't no dummy. Right? Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. I was just saying, like, Guy, if you guys come down or whatever, let me know if you're going to any of the breweries around here. We'll hang out, have a beer.
Yes. I just hope I don't have to drive up alone again. I'll try to get somebody this time.
Yeah. And obviously, the fest, I hope to make it. I will be there if I can.
I hope so.
Like last year, I'm off from the Wednesday to the Friday. So.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to send out an email to my dad and my brothers and see if they all want to do kind of a group dude thing, kind of go down and check it out.
Sus?
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
We can get all fucked up. All fucked up, baby. Get all fucked up, because I don't give a fuck.
You
fucked
fuck.
Okay,
fucked up.
I need the reference. What's the? I don't give a fuck. What's that from?
It's our little friend.
From Cleveland, yeah. That's one of his sayings.
He does it like 2 or 3 times per video.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Is this the guy who is not named?
He
He
shall not
looks
be
like a 60-year-old's vagina, yes.
Not Greg, but close.
I don't
No,
get
sorry,
that
it was a
reference.
90-year-old vagina.
like a doctor.
98-year-old vagina.
Even has that.
Gotcha.
Even has the dripping white stuff like right there too.
I won't ask anything more. Don't want to make Rhino mad.
Good, because I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm pretty sure this Giant's Causeway, though. I was looking at it, and I know it's a barrel-aged wheat heavy, but it says right here, aged in peckerwood barrels. I don't know what peckerwood is.
Oh, yeah. Peckerwood's very, very common these days. It's an increasingly popular barrel. A lot of Evan Williams and Maker's Mark Peckerwood barrels out there.
Hang on. Wheat heavy, blended with Irish red ale, with dillweed, aged in peckerwood barrels. For tasting notes, see, I don't give a fuck. I mean, innocente.ca.
That's great.
.ca.
That's great.
Yeah.
They're really catching.
That's the misconception. Everyone goes to .com and it's .ca.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's good to use.
I just want to bust in, Joe. You're talking about Giant's Causeway, and it reminded me of the Burlington. Is it the Burlington Skyway or the Skyway Bridge where the guy had his dump truck open and
all he got
drove
was
into the bridge?
negligent driving.
I just read that today. It happened probably a week or 2 ago. The ruling, but it was I was in the hospital and stuff like that, and he didn't get charged with fucking drunk driving.
Wow.
He was drunk driving a dump truck with the backup and destroyed the bridge.
At least
To repair.
At least 3 times over the legal limit. He caused a bridge to be closed.
Not just any bridge, the fucking Burlington Skyway. And yeah, all he got was
For
negligent.
4 days they had to shut it down. The engineers had to fucking fix the thing. He could have killed a lot of people working on it, but luckily it didn't happen.
Probably drinking too much of this
And-
shit over here.
It took them too long to get the blood sample, apparently. He didn't
That's
get charged.
dumb. Almost as dumb as them saying for tasting notes, go to innocente.ca, then you go there and guess what? The beer's not listed. How am I fucking supposed to see the tasting notes?
You know what?
Not almost, like equal. That is equal, like that story and the tasting
Yeah,
notes.
I mean, drunk driving,
Exactly.
almost killing people, shitty fucking tasting notes that don't exist on a website. Pretty even.
Hateable, both hateable.
Hey, for those of you guys that have watched the documentary A Nightmare on Elm Street, That's how Freddy Krueger got off. He got off on technicality, and then they murdered him, and then he became a monster in people's dreams.
Greg, what the fuck are you talking about? What
really
are you
happened.
doing?
Did that happen in Hamilton too?
Yes, it did. Every town has an Elm Street. That's what they say. I choose to believe it.
I'm pretty
Actually,
sure
there is an Elm Street even in Ridgeway because you got Elm Street's really close to Ridge Road.
And the guy did wear a lumberjack jacket.
Oh shit!
It's fucking Canadian, baby.
What are you drinking, Greg? Greg, what are you drinking?
Joe, what do I have 1 million of, and I need to drink?
Oh my God! Apocalypse later. Jesus Christ!
And look, it was a perfect pour.
I was looking at RoboHop at the LCBO today. I'm like, I'm not paying $9 for that bottle.
That's a good.
Plus, I've got a can for you for I think it was $5 for the can.
And that's why I wasn't going to pay $9 for the bottle.
I bought one bottle just to put in my GLB bottle collection, but yeah, I would. It's kind of a rip-off buying.
I was actually going to buy another one for a buddy, but then I realized I had way too much stuff, so I didn't.
I was actually impressed. I think this is the best batch of RoboHop so far, and it wasn't even aged in my fridge all that long.
Really?
I'm surprised. I think this is the best batch of Stiegl Radler in a long time.
Well, then we're all pleased.
Why the fuck do I enjoy Stiegl Radler so much?
Because your palate is fucking incredibly dumb. Like, on a scale of 1 to dumb, it's fucking super dumb.
I have to concur with that one.
And Stiegl sounds like a dirty word.
I'm a dirty
Another part of it.
You're dirty.
He's a dirty albino.
He likes to
Because
ride
white
on
is-
Stiegl all the time.
Who wants a Stiegl ride?
I do!
Das Stiegl pooping!
I want one.
Yeah, come over to the spa. We'll do the Das Stiegl pooping.
You don't want us turned into pumpkins.
I really hope this festival goes well. I'm actually really worried because the ticket sales are almost as bad as the ticket sales in November.
Chad, you worry about this every single time, and then it works out for you.
And it didn't work out in November, and the ticket sales are looking
Yeah, but that was
worse in
November.
November.
Balls off, they didn't want to drink beer. This is going to be a hot festival. It's going to be May. People are going to be sweating. They're going to want to drink beer. I'm going to be there, so it's going to be awesome.
And like I said, the ticket sales are actually worse right now than they were for November.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually.
I love this Donald Trump enthusiasm. This festival, we're gonna be great at it. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really great at festivals. It's gonna be really huge. It's gonna be successful. We're gonna make a lot of money at this festival. It's gonna be great.
I know festivals. I got the best festivals.
I know festivals. I got the best festivals. I speak the best festival language possible. It's going to be huge. I'm good at festivals. I'm good at business. It's going to be huge.
Don't worry, Chad. Your festival's the only one I plan to go this entire summer, so you have nothing to worry about.
We're going to build a wall around this festival.
And you know what? Ridgeway is going to pay for the wall.
Yeah, Ridgeway's going to pay for that wall. We're going to make them pay for their own wall.
No, not
and
Ridgeway.
We're going to keep people under this festival.
Gonna make Beer Fest great again.
No,
We're going to make it great again.
No, you got to make Welland pay for the wall. They're the ones you want to keep out.
No, I enjoy my voters in Welland. They're all stupid people. I want uneducated people voting for me. I love the uneducated. It's great. It's awesome.
That's actually scary how good of a Trump you do.
Make BeerTube hate again.
It's going to be so huge. It's going to be so huge. It's going to be huge like my penis and my hands. They're both huge.
Hey, you know, we're gonna make our beer festival great, but we're not gonna allow blacks, browns, or Asians in it.
No blacks in the festival. Any stout supporters, they're out of the festival. It's out of the festival. It's only going to be white beers. It's going to be huge.
All the bleach beers.
All the bleach beers.
Bleach beers is going to be great. Bleach never hurt nobody. I drank bleach every day, and I'm still good. It's true.
I believe it.
I want to quote.
Well, you just made us drop from 5 viewers to 1.
Listen,
I was actually watching. The longer you went on the Trump tirade, the more viewers we lost.
listen, Bernie Sanders is going to tell you bleach is bad for you. He's wrong. It's good for you. That's socialism.
Yeah, but that was just like Lee closed like 3 of his windows.
Probably.
Anyway, we're gonna go offline and have After Dark.
Okay, well, fuck all you people watching. You're scum.